2-core bell wire, 14 strands, originally from the UK. Had 500 metre rolls. This is the last bit. Ideal for making dipoles, any antenna. Trust me, it is. It doesn't break. It solders quite well. It gets hard when it's... Oh, something's on my leg. Oh dear. Yes, 5 rolls. They've all gone. They're all bits all over the place. Yep. All over the place, bits of this wire. Too expensive now. Was 11.50 a roll. Sent me 5 rolls. Asked me for a review. Yeah, I gave him a good review. Unfortunately, he put the price up another £2. It's too good, especially when I told him I was building antennas. He thought, oh, never thought of that. Bell wire, still £13, 100 metres. London, from London. Some depot in London. Right, so measure exactly 1 metre of this, or your preferred wire, or whatever wire you've got. 500, 2 lengths of 500, whereas I can measure 500 on this, and I've got 2 identical lengths. Right, just strip the end just a little bit, tin it, and solder it maybe to a connection. Chop block, like I've got here. Right. So I've soldered mine to a chop block with coax on. Right, and at the ends I've got another chop block. There, look. That's what I use. I don't use heavy insulators. Chop blocks are my insulators. They're cheap. They last a lifetime. Spray them with WD-40 every now and again. So that's stretched out. You can see, look, it's tied there. Stretched out, and like a dipole. It's a 2 metre dipole, but it's exactly, even with the insulator, 1 metre in length, exact. Of course, you're not going to get it exact. It could be 1 millimetre less. It doesn't matter. You'll get somewhere in the ballpark for velocity factor. The velocity factor is what we want to know of this wire. So I've got a control here. Look, I could fix it up permanently, so it's not far. You just see it. I'm on macro at the moment. It's not far from the ground, but you'll see this. This is the MFJ, and we're on. You see, we're on just that. Look, right down there. 131 500 is maybe 132. It doesn't matter. 132, we'll say. Okay. We all know that a dipole at half a wavelength above ground, any dipole half wavelength, should be resonant. So this is near enough. This is half wave dipole on 2 meters, and that's where it is the flattest. That's the WR 131, 132. Not rocket science. This is my method for calculating with this wire and other wires velocity factor. I normally come up with 0.86 or 0.87. And I calculate that into my extended double ZEPs I'm regularly building, or another antenna. Velocity factor of tube, of course, is 1. So there is no, just 1. So whatever length you want, half wave, it will be the exact half wave. There's no shortening factor. for tube, but there is significantly shortening factor for insulated wire, and it's a big problem, isn't it? Because it can be a few inches, it can be 6 inches too long, and if you just knew that it was 8.6, 8.7 instead of 9.3 or 9.7, you know, there's a big difference there. It could make a big difference to as well to your antenna performance. Well, as you know, an extended double ZEP for any frequency, any band, is broadside to the location you want to work, is you will achieve a 3 dBd of power gain, but it's longer than a dipole. So we'll go back. I've got to use a program. I'll show you the program. It's downloadable, it's version 2, and it's a fabulous program. It's not very big, but it's got a lot of uses, and you'll realise that how did I ever manage without it once you start to use it. So we'll go inside. Well, the sun's coming out again. Things are trying to, yeah. Well, that's what you can expect when it's nice WX. Everything wants to be out, and it's not just human beings, it's things that want to look at you. Grapevines, and have a little nibble here, a little nibble there, and it could be you that they're nibbling. We'll go inside, I'll show you this program. This is the TLD, Transmission Line Details Calculator. Have you seen it before? Well, to do most of the calculations with wires and tubes, it has to be on that 600 open line. This will give you all coaxes that's available. There, look. But you need, for calculations lengths, you need to be on the 600. See, it's got 213, it's got everything, but you need to be on, and I can find it because I can't see through the camera too well. There it is, 600. Now we measured that 2 meter dipole. We got about 131 megs, didn't we? You see it there? There. 13 megs. And there is 1 meter, the length. That, you can open that up, look, and it gives you degrees, inches, millimeters, feet, wavelengths. Fabulous piece of kit. But we're on 1 meter. You go up there, look, and you'll see the velocity factor. Now that's 600, of course. You'll see the VF. We're not going to go up, because up would be towards the tube. You're going to go down, but we're going to be watching the degrees there, look. We need to have 180, which is half a wave, electrical wavelength, half a wave. It needs to be 180, near enough. So watch both of those. Right, we're going down. 91, 9, 89. What does it say? Still 176, 178, 180.86. Okay, but we did have as all looked like it could be 132 megs, didn't it? That is too long. 182 now, look. So at 132 we possibly could be 86 velocity factor. No, 88. You see there, look. There, it says 180.17 for 1 metre at 132. So when we calculate extended double depths with that particular wire, and the rolls, trust me, they look identical wire, but they all could be just a little bit different velocity, not much, but that particular roll, I've only got that a few meters left. Anybody feeling sorry for me? I've tried to buy it here, and you measure it and you try and zip it down the middle and it just rips to pieces. It's absolutely rubbish. Maybe it is available from somewhere. I haven't found it yet. So that's the transmission line details. Now, oops, I have found the site where it is, and there it is, look, by, there he is, Alpha Charlie 6 Lima Alpha. You see it up there, look, Alpha Charlie 6 Lima Alpha version 2. There it is, and you can download it free, of course, and once it's in the computer, and it doesn't take up much space at all. It's not even in the no, megahertz. It isn't. Megabytes, I should say. Megahertz. And you'll be wishing or thinking, however did I manage without it? Yep, and even power loss, look, you got power loss, look at that. Now, I've never been able to understand this, but I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that does, and all those details is in there, look, and everything's exact. You go on 213, you'll say, I've got 30 meters, we'll say 30 meters of coax. There's 30 meters. Now I had the equivalent of LMR 500, which is oops, wrong one, Victor. LMR 500 there, but not that, it was for 20 meters, so 14.160 is the frequency. There's your velocity factor for that. LMR 500 is 0.86, well, near enough our wire. So 30 meters, and the loss is there, look, watts, or 50 watts. So we'll go 500. Oops, no, we don't want 500. We'll say a kilowatt, Victor. Yep. A kilowatt. So a kilowatt, we've got 75 watts lost there, look, I think, yeah. So true power out at 30 meters at 882, yeah, 30 meters. That's a lot of, just 1,000 watts, yeah. So you'll find this interesting, and I'll just give you the guy's name, Alpha Charlie 6 Lima Alpha. You download it there. It's called Transmission Line Details version 2.1. Fabulous piece of kit. Hope you find this interesting. going to make something to eat now. Bye bye. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.